This is the new 2020 Volkswagen Golf 8. The start of production is in 2020. The Golf is the best seller car from Volkswagen. The new car is available with a 2-liter TDI engine with 150 horsepower with a DSG gearbox. The same 2-liter TDI is available with 115 horsepower. Petrol 1.5 TSI engine with 150 horsepower and the 1.5 TSI engine with 130 horsepower. There is also 1.5E TSI engine with 150 horsepower with a DSG gearbox. The 2-liter 150 horsepower engine has a top speed of 233 km an hour, an acceleration to 60 miles per hour in 8.4 seconds or to 62 in 8.8 seconds. The engine has 360 Newton meters of torque. The car is front-wheel drive. The new Golf has a trunk space of 380 liters with the seats up, and if you lower the back seats down, you have a maximum boot space of 1237 liters. In length, the car is just over 4.2 meters long, wide of 1.8 meters, height is 1.45 meters. The wheelbase is 2.6 meters. The car has a drag coefficient of 0.75. The 150 horsepower engine has a 7-speed DSG gearbox with front-wheel drive. Front suspension is independent spring McPherson with stabilizer wishbone. The rear suspension is multi-link independent. The front and rear brakes are discs. Steering type is with steering rack and the power steering is electric. The 2-liter 115 horsepower, 300 Nm of torque diesel engine has a top speed of 202 km an hour. The acceleration to 100 km an hour takes just over 10 seconds, at 10.2 seconds more exactly. The acceleration to 60 miles per hour takes just 9.7 seconds. The 150 horsepower 1.5 petrol engine has 250 Newton meters of torque. The acceleration to 60 miles per hour takes 8.1 seconds and to 62 or 100 kilometers an hour takes 8.5 seconds. The car is also front-wheel drive. This engine is also direct injection with a turbocharger. The new Golf has some pretty amazing new options that were not available on past models. like the optional IQ Light LED Matrix headlights that feature 22 individual LEDs per each headlight that can light up automatically up in 10 different ways depending on the Golf trim. To cut fuel consumption and emission as much as possible, VW is installing a mild hybrid system on the Golf equipped with the gasoline engines. This engine is the ETSI engine and would offer three different outputs: a 1-liter 3-cylinder unit with 110 horsepower and a 1.54-liter cylinder engine with either 130 horsepower or 150 horsepower. These ETSI Golfs are going to use a 48-volt Bert starting and generator, a 48V lithium-ion battery pack and a brake energy recuperation function to save even more fuel. A new option on the new Golf is the InnoVision cockpit. After 45 years, 7 generations and 35 million cars sold, the VW Golf is waving goodbye to the analog instrument cluster. That means you have only digital displays. A new option only available on the new Golf, not previous Golf models, is the new DSG gearbox with shift-by-wire. This space-saving feature frees up storage room on the central console because the gear knob is not connected directly to the gearbox. The new car is also available with 3-zone climate control. The starting price for the new Golf Mk8 2020 is just over £20,000.